As a brand, you can today talk about sustainability a little bit on the side. But in 10 years from today, we're quite convinced that if you haven't sorted out your sustainability agenda, you will not be a brand anymore. Because the consumers today are changing their mindset quickly. In the West, a lot. In India, it's coming. We see the will of the young people today to buy products from a company they can trust and that they can believe in is making a good, better difference. So they go to these brands and they buy from them rather than from someone else. So it's a little bit, it's a self-interest for us for long term to look at sustainability. But of course, it also comes from this kind of vision. If you have a statement for your company that's been this for 40 years, it's in there from the beginning. You have to do something. And when we come into a new market like India, of course we want to be seen as a meaningful and trusted brand. A company that people feel, yeah, go to IKEA because I know they take care of the suppliers. I know they take care of the resources of India mainly. I know they take care of their own co-workers and maybe the community around the store. So I think these things are very, very important for the future customers for us, and this is the position we want to build. As any company today, I think, for me, it's three things you should look into when you start discussing your sustainability agenda. One is how your products or services actually can help your customers to live a more sustainable life. The things that your company is doing, what is in it for the rest? Is it for you only to make a profit? No, you have to think one step longer. So how can I affect the many people? As I said, we have 700 million visitors to our stores. If we can come up with, like we did a couple of years ago, we will stop selling normal bulbs. We will just change to LED. It's way too early in the LED development curve, but we want to sell LEDs. So if we manage to sell one LED to each of these 700 million visitors, this can power a city of Hamburg or London by just that energy saving that such a little thing can do. So what we can do for our customers will make a very big difference. And here I think the companies now, we have to start thinking in this ways. What can we do to change the behavior of our consumers or help them to live a more sustainable life? What can we do about energy efficient appliances? What can I do about water saving taps? What can I do about waste sorting at home? How can I get people excited about this? Because if we know that we can make a change by sorting waste, if I can affect you to say that, yeah, it's very easy to sort the waste. And then we know that if the waste is sorted, it can become energy. Someone talked about generating energy from waste, but that can only be done if it's taken care of in a good way. And of course, an IKEA store will be zero waste to landfill because it's possible if you just want. Then the second one, I think you as a company really have to look into is the resources you use to make your products. Where do they come from? Are they sustainably managed? Are they products that are good for are they materials that are good for your consumers? And here from our perspective, we have to look into the main raw materials we use, which of course is cotton, a lot in India. So we have, since 2005, worked with WWF to find better cotton. So today we can say that 100% of the cotton in IKEA products come from something called better cotton or more sustainable cotton. It uses a lot less pesticides, less water, and it's much better for the farmer because they don't get sick from the strong pesticides. And that's, okay, you decide and you follow through. But it's for all to think that what do I put in my products? And then I think the third very important part, and I think mainly, and it's super important in India, because I also see the engagement that many Indian people have with the communities around. In each supermarket there is a little box where I can put a donation. I don't know how many NGOs that are doing good jobs in India. But for a company also, it's about, okay, it's your own co-workers you have to take care of. You can't use them, misuse them, mistreat them, because they're part of society. Yeah? And then you see the communities around your supply setups, your factories, your stores. What can you do to be a part of that? Because if you don't engage, how can you be meaningful and loved? And here it's, and also maybe even far away. If you're big enough, you can look a bit ahead. But otherwise, I think for all of us who run a business, is to look near and take care of these people. And here I think we do some work with our foundations, and we do a lot of work in our supply chain. We have a very strict code of conduct, so we basically, the suppliers that we work with, we know that they take good care of the people, they pay the salaries through bank accounts, there's no child labor, there is good environmental conditions, but it costs a little bit extra on the product, but we know that we need to do it because we want to make a positive difference. And I think also here the companies have to take more responsibility. Yes, we can buy near, someone said, you can buy around you, you have control, but you also have to put very strict demands on your supply network to make sure that you get the stuff in the right way. And you can. And I think IKEA will show that it's possible. And I see many companies are striving in this direction, but there's so much more we can do as companies to take responsibility for the longer term of the supply chain. And how to succeed? Tough goal setting. We just have to decide for yourself that we want to make a difference. We want to be 100% running on renewable energy by 2020, we have decided. Okay, today we're about 45% running on renewable energy. All the US and Canada operations are running on that. Scandinavia is, Poland is. It costs money, but we believe that this is the right way for the future. So by 2020, all our operations will be power neutral. But you have to put the goal. If you say, I will do 40%, then you will do 25%. But you have to put strict goals. And of course, your management needs to believe in what you do. And if you don't get them with you, there's a long way to go. Now we're very lucky in my company that the management is firmly confirmed in it. But talk to your management, get them to believe that the consumers of tomorrow want a brand that's sustainable. The good thing is that sustainability, at least in our company today, is the main driver for innovation. This maybe sounds strange, but we need new raw materials. We're going to India. What can we do with coconut fiber? What can we do with bamboo? What can we do with water hyacinth? What can we do with banana fibers? What can we do with fast-growing mango trees? Things that we never used before. But since we're in India now, we need to take care of this. And how we transport our products. How can we shorten the distance between the factory and the consumer so we don't spend a lot of CO2 moving stuff? How can we do that? How can we make a store energy efficient? What are the tools and techniques that can make it energy efficient? Because our goal is to have very low energy consumption. So sustainability, main driver for innovation, which I think is really cool. So all of you guys are up to something really good. So if we keep pushing for this, innovation will happen, and we'll hopefully have a better planet. Thank you.